Mm-mm-mm-mm. What up, what up, what up? Welcome to another episode of The Shop. I know everyone's super excited. SIBA is starting. Um, I'm not, I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of people here that are not super excited about the game at this point, and some are. We'll get some perspective.
Everybody but guards.
Very true, very true.
Everybody but
As a guard, I hate this game,
guards.
but it is what it is. Cod, I'm sure you love the game as a center. You little ginger.
Yeah.
Look at you,
Yes.
you little ginger. You look like a fucking, yeah, you look a little
Fuck
bit
you.
so cute. Just want to play with your hair. Um, so we got some big news. The collegiate aspect is expanding. I know that's, and I'm gonna explain why that's actually really big news. Because of the fact that we're getting the PlayStation players coming over, um, they're gonna need more teams. I feel like there's gonna be an influx of players. I didn't hear anything. I mean, you guys could correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know if high school expanded yet. I know they just released the college. I don't know if high school's expanding. But I think high school, I think, is just free for all. Like they can get any teams could sign up, and they just add them in. I think. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you signed them up like as a
yeah.
five,
Yeah. I'm
pretty
not
much
too
type
crazy
thing.
familiar with it. I got to get more on that. But I know college in general. That's cool that they're expanding. So now we're going to 16 teams, which is actually pretty fucking fire. I'm not gonna lie to you. Um, Now, Cod, you played in college. I didn't get a chance to play in college. It started after I
I
was
did.
already here. You played in college. What's that experience? What was that experience like for you?
Yeah, so I mean, I'll touch on the announcement that came out for those that did not see it. I have on Twitter here, but so SIBA tweeted out the announcement that the SIBA Collegiate Level League will be expanding for season 8 from 12 to 16 teams, introducing our 4 new schools. They are St. Peter's Eagles, Brooklyn College Bulldogs. I could be saying this one wrong, but Xaverian
I said that shit wrong too.
Clippers, uh,
Yeah.
and then Port Richmond Red Raiders. And then a side note, we will be announcing their new coaches within the next few days. SIBA College about to be lit. So that's good news, because I know in my experience going into it's very competitive just to get into college. Um, Coaches are looking for a transitional player that's going to get better in college, and get some exposure to more higher level comp, and then working into the pros. Obviously, the pros, it's the highest level. SIBA, you're looking for the biggest and the best prospects coming out of college. And what I've kind of seen is just college uh, players are really looked to communicate. They want communication. They want IQ. They want a little bit of experience, maybe so that you're not, fresh new into, shaking in your boots kind of situation. So composure, and really just understanding the game and understanding the concepts of the game. They really want somebody that's not
Not a dick.
um,
I mean, that helps too, right?
unknown to it.
Uh,
Yeah,
not a
not a
dick.
Yeah.
dick.
How
We'll
about how about how
play.
about load up?
Accountability, being
That
available.
sounds great.
I'll
We'll
say that too.
play. We'll
Yeah.
load
I
up.
mean,
Yeah,
hey,
Availability.
loading
we
up
picked
is
you up
huge, but
last season, and I mean, you did shit your pants
we
the first
did.
game. I remember.
I
So
did.
that's awesome. Um,
I did.
no, I totally fuck with college. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like my thing is this though, and this is one of my biggest things is I want coaches to use college. Like I don't want it to be like an aimless thing. Like they have to still respect the college ranks. I feel like pro coaches are gonna have to respect that. Like me personally, I like it. I like the fact that it's a whole nother scouting ground. I like that you can go in there, you can scout these players, like and it shows them in game. You know what I'm saying? Like it is really cool. But some coaches are so like, oh, they're pro. I want the pros. Like I know what I like. I know who I'm looking for. Like let me just go ahead and take those. Like I feel like that's very generic. I don't know. What do you feel about that, Billy?
I agree. I mean, it depends on what kind of coach you are, because most people, obviously, like you said, they're gonna go pros. Especially, obviously in the 2K community alone in general, they're gonna look for like who they know. Honestly, they're gonna look at
Yeah.
the name first off. That's obviously what everybody looks at. Do I know your name? So you'll have people like that because obviously Feach has a system set up to where
Yeah.
you have to work your way up. So even if you want to draft your friends, they're still gonna have to work their way up. So it's gonna be a lot of names in these lower high school, college, especially adding
Yeah.
PlayStation. So I think it'll be definitely, because then obviously they're up for free grabs. Nobody has first dibs or nothing like that at them. So anybody could grab them. So I definitely think the college scouting grounds is definitely going to be utilized for sure, especially with the amount of people in here. It's got to be. Like, there's no way it's
That's
not.
what I was trying to say. Is like I think these coaches are gonna have to get on top of this. Like it's either you get on top of it now, or you can keep swimming in the same pool with the same guys. Like I just don't see that being very efficient. You know what I mean? Like you're gonna get a lot of PlayStation guys. They're gonna be playing in high school, college. Like, and if you're being naive and you're not looking at that, like I just don't feel like that's good coaching. So I do hope, like I'm saying, fingers fucking crossed, man. Like, I hope that these people look at those rankings and take them seriously. You know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, as a fan of it, like, I don't think it's cool to see, like, the same fucking top 5, 10 picks that get reset in the draft every year. Like, I think we should put some value into the fact that the rookies and stuff like that. I don't know. Kyle, what do you think? Going into college, coming out of college, like, you low-key didn't get any looks. You had a good, solid college season, but you didn't get any looks. I had to look back into your stuff, and I had to dig for your stuff to actually see that you actually did well in college. But when I picked you up, everyone's like, who the fuck is that? Well, because you didn't pay attention. You know what I'm saying? So, like, from your aspect, what did you think?
Yeah, so I feel like it didn't get enough looks. For example, I've got a couple friends that just tuned into our Final Four game that we had in my college season. And they have some good experience in higher level leagues outside of SIBA, and they were saying like it felt intensity wise just like it was a Final Four game of WR playoffs. Everybody was taking it to heart. Everybody was going 100% because we're all playing for a look, and we want to do our best to try to get the best we can do in the draft. And I feel like coming out of that, coaches, didn't care as much as they should have, because especially in my class or the class after that, there's some good talent that just needs to have someone take under their wing and just teach the ways that they haven't, necessarily been taught. You can't just rely on old, old news. There's going to be new people coming in, just like in real life, so that's kind of just what it's been like recently, my experience, and hopefully coaches take it more seriously to look down there, because there's some serious guys down there.
Like, we got to think right now. Like, okay, here's my thing. Like, the game is so different. Like, I don't care what anyone says. The game is so different. Like, I mean, dude, I've seen some fucking insane shit playing Pro-Am for the last month now, or whatever, since this game came out. Bro, like, I'm lost. I don't even know what system I'm going to run for my team. Like, I don't fucking know. Like, there's no right or wrong answer in this situation. Like, I don't know, Billy, you tell me. What if you were a coach right now? Like, what system are you thinking? Like, I don't know. Like, I honestly don't know. Offensive and defensive.
Me personally, I'm gonna go more traditional, like it's been in the past years. Obviously, you're not like lineup wise. Let me say that, like lineup wise. Obviously, you're not gonna run just PG jig, run around, fade shots, his shots will be living and dying by what he scores. Obviously, that's not going to happen. Obviously, you got to get you an IQ PG. That's definitely where I would start. Somebody who could actually see the floor, make passes, call plays, whatever. But like your PG is going to become more facilitator. So that's what I would look for when I'm starting, is my facilitator for sure. You want Chris Paul, somebody who can score. Obviously, you're not going to score 30, 40, whatever. But you want somebody who can facilitate and run your offense. You want a PG who's going to put up 15 and 10, 17 and 12. Those are good numbers right now. Like something like, those are great numbers. Those are great numbers. And then at my 2 guard, I'm going to get a killer. That's where you get your main scorer. Somebody who's going to be your best ISOer, but not ISOing on the court, because nobody can dribble. So he's not going to ISO on the half court. But he's got to be able to kill whoever is on the break. Like one move shots, shit like that. Obviously not, just ISO in the half court. That's not really going to happen much, like unless you play like a shitty lock. But then defensively, like you got to run the same system. But I would have you a higher steeled back end, like minimum of gold. I wouldn't go nothing lower than gold for interceptor in your back end. And you really got to be able to play lanes, because there's going to be a lot of cuts and a lot of movements, because obviously guards can't score. So, and then 1 through 5, honestly, for me, would have some type of defense or be able to play defense on their build. I'm not going to say they have to have defense, but if you got stick where you can play defense on a non-defending build, then that's what I would do personally. Centers, I would go inside because boards obviously kill. That's definitely what I would look for. Boards are killer so far. Like most bigs can literally live off in offensive boards. So me personally, that's where I'm going. I would definitely go with that system. Inside big, killer at the 2, facilitator at the 1, and then 3 and 4. Obviously, you want the best lane player at the 4, and then 3 is not really that big a deal. That would be my lowest pick, obviously, this year because it's easiest to play lock. Nobody can dribble.
So
I mean,
that's how I mean, so like this is where I'm talking about. Like, just think about that right now. Like, so what you just said. Like, in my opinion, I'm probably gonna go opposite. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I want a popper low key. Like, I want space because you gotta think, what are we gonna do? People are gonna run fucking cuts nonstop. So why not space the floor? Why not have it where the back end can't play that? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's so many different things, but either way could be successful right now. And I think that's what makes it crazy. Like, anyone in the chat right now, if you don't have to be a coach, you don't have to be, but as a player, what systems do you think right now are going to be successful? And if you think it's traditional, you think it's going to be the same shit, and you want to live and die by the PG, fuck it. That's fine. Let us know. But if you also think there's going to be different, you think it's going to be more of a 5 out, you think there's going to be actual fucking, I don't even know. I don't even want to say post scores, but hey, I've always loved post scores, but I think it's fucking wild as shit. But if we see that, let me know. Like, do you guys think that that's viable? Like, what system would you go with right now? So let us know in the chat. Cod, I know we got to get your opinion here. Like, if you were in that position, what are you thinking of after playing the game now for the last 3 weeks?
I mean, I see it both ways. I've been more of an inside in for however long I've played 2K, but kind of tried to adjust now to the popper lifestyle first couple weeks. And I mean, it's definitely hard at times to even get a pop because once you hit that pop, the defense knows it, and now they're extra rotating. They're making sure that that pop doesn't hit again because, as we all know, once a pop hits, it can be one of the deadliest shots in the game.
Yeah.
So, once that hits once, then, are you going to get another look the rest of the game, or is that all you need is one, and that's a game shifter? So I feel like a bigger impact right now as more people are going inside just because it's a little bit more impacting rebound wise, because if you get out on the break or offense rebounds, that changes the game maybe more than 1 or 2 shots. But when you're looking more at your comp scene, I don't know, what are you seeing? Are you seeing poppers? Are you seeing poppers that are trying to play inside more just to have that viable option?
I mean, it's a sticky. It's honestly, it's a slippery
It's up
slope.
for
Because
debate.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, I think the teams that are going to go with live or die by the PG are going to not do very well. I'm sorry, but there is no PGs. We're talking about PGs that do this shit for money yearly. Like, I mean, there's no PGs that are just killing that bitch off the pick and roll and hitting at a high clip. Like, they're shooting, the best of them are shooting maybe 40, 50 per game. Like, and that's high as shit. Like, I'm not even lying to you. It's probably even lower. Like, so for them, they're going to have to be a little bit more oriented with their team. They're going to have to be more in touch with understanding the defenses they're going against and understanding the mismatches. Like, you do have to have more IQ, I feel like, at this position right now, more than ever, because you're not going to just be able to get that shit out the mud shooting that fucking high against, good teams. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, against good teams. Like, I'm not saying against shitter teams. Like, that's a given. Like, you're going to do good on that stuff. But it's specifically what I'm talking about is off the dribble. Now, you'll see sometimes guards will have a point guard will have a great night, a great game, whatever. And a lot of times you don't pay attention. Again, this is where the box score and actually watching the teams, if a lot of those may come off catch and shoots now. Like, the off the dribble is a different ball game at the PG position. Even the 2 guard position, although the 6'6s are looking nice. I'm not going to lie to you. The 6'6s are looking really nice at the 2 guard. Especially with being able to fade, the amount of space they create, and then also with the amount of fucking lower contests that they get. The 6'6 is looking really clean. We're also going to be, just a heads up, everyone, we're going to be dropping a 6'6 build on our YouTube as well. So if you guys want to take a look at that, if you 2 guards in here that are looking, or even PG, like, I mean, I'm going to try to throw both of them out there for you guys. If you want to take a look at that.
Yeah, we'll put a defensive one and
so just in case you guys are looking, one. I know I've been scouring everyone. I've been paying attention to all the top players and figuring out what builds they're using. I've been in the builder nonstop. So if you guys want to check those out, you can check those out as well. But But man, I'm telling you, the systems are gonna be nasty. Like I low key, like I'm very excited. You know what I'm excited about is Zig. I know a lot of people hate on my man Zig and what he does with his systems, but I think, bro, I'm telling you, this is Zig's year. Like Zig is coming back, and Zig is gonna have a nasty fucking system. He's gonna.
Is this your hot take? Is this your hot take?
So if you want to take me right now, first season, I feel like Zig's gonna have a nasty fucking season.
Okay. You're a coach, so you're playing it. You scared?
I don't want to play him.
You scared?
100%. The fuck? I don't want to play him. I don't want to play him. I don't want to play him. Fuck it.
Oh, that's wild. That is a wild.
I guarantee you right now he's gonna have like a 90 fucking layup. He's gonna have a post fade fucking phenom on Hoff. Like, but I don't want to see that shit. The fuck? Like, I don't.
You don't want to see it.
Exactly. I don't want to see it because I don't know if we're gonna stop it. I don't fucking know. Bro, I'm telling you, after what we've seen so far, like anything can work, and that's what fucking below.
Put the power forward on with the center paint.
He's gonna run off and fade. He's gonna do some crazy shit. It's Zig. I don't know what the fuck. It's like playing.
I guarantee you, he ain't gonna be able to shoot that well.
We'll see. I'm telling you right now, that's my hot take. So if you get it right now, that's my hot take. I low key think this man's gonna fucking have a nasty ass season. So just wait. We'll see. But like I said, the systems are gonna be interesting. I am very curious to hear coaches.
Feach says it's gonna be Zig versus Captain Hooks in the finals.
Look, 96 layup, 92 posts, or in 96 pass. Like, bro.
What's the Zig? What's the three ball?
Don't need high three ball. Oh my god, I've been so blown away by this. I've been paying attention. That 90 midi, that's what gives him I think it gives him gold deadeye, gold blinders. Like it does gives him all that shit. He probably has like an 80 fucking mid three ball. Or maybe 85 if he wants to get the silver or the bronze limitless. 86 for the silver gold for the silver agents. If he went to that threshold, I don't know. But I'm telling you, man, the systems are gonna be nasty. So he has silver agent, bro. The build's nasty. He has a silver agent. I'm telling you, the build's gonna be nasty. Watch.
An off open.
Yeah, it's off open. Yeah, because of the 90 midi.
But yeah, like I said, it's gonna be interesting in that situation. But yeah, no, Kyle, just wanted to get that shit out of the way. Very excited about that. I think it's good. I'm really excited to start getting the pipeline moving. That's gonna be the best part. Now, any coaches, if you guys are interested in coming on, I know I had a couple. My boy Zach was supposed to be getting on. I don't know if he's messaged me or not. And then I also.
I saw him on the way.
So if you already have a Discord, if it's a coach, you can join the Goats Gaming Discord. There's a waiting room. You can get in there as well. I also have Bait. Bait said he was going to hop on to talk about his coaching strategies. I just want to get coaches' perspectives here right now. I want to be able to see what they're thinking about, what they've seen so far.
If you want to join, players or coaches only. Pro coaches and pro players. But I just dropped the link tree. To be honest,
I'll take some college coaches too. College coaches, because you got to recruit, you got to go through that process.
All right, yeah, that's fine. Any coaches, if you want to join, it's in the link tree. Just go ahead and join, and then join the podcast waiting room, and we'll drag y'all in here.
All right, Bait. We're gonna bring Bait in right now. Yeah. Go ahead and get my boy on. If you're on Xbox, Bait, it won't work. You probably gotta be on your phone. Because when you switch the channels, it'll kick you.
He should be able to see it now. Tell him he can see it. Bait, you can see it. I'm talking like you can't hear me too. Bait, you can see it now.
He says
look into that. Yeah, if you see the podcast channel, go ahead and try to join that. Hey, there he is.
There he goes.
What up, Bait? What's good? Yep, you're on
mute, Bait.
What's up, fellas?
All right, man. I know you got your team ready for SIBA. I know you is. What you thinking so far? You've played the game. Yeah. You've been in and out so far. You've been seeing it. I know maybe you might even be paying attention to prospects right now. Like, what are you thinking? What's your vibe going in here for your draft days?
I mean, first things first, I got to get a good guard in the first round. That's the main thing.
By guard, do you mean shooting guard or PG?
Well, I got two first.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So do you plan on leaving with 2 guards? Is that the strategy going in?
Yeah, it really depends on who's available because draft lottery and where that Killer Hills pick falls to, and But yeah, I definitely want to make sure I have solid point guard, shooting guard. Kind of hit on it earlier. Somebody can facilitate at the one because that shit's box.
That's what I'm saying. That shit is box. I'm telling you, not as a PG, I'm telling you right now, that shit is box. That's just not.
You better get some movements going on around you.
You better start moving. Confusion. Like PG's have to have more IQ. It's definitely gonna be, like I said, you're gonna have to pay attention, and that's, I think, for the prospects that are in here that are listening or anything like that. If you're listening to this back later, like, honestly, show that to the coaches. Show that you're able to fucking run a team, lead the floor. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I don't expect there to be a crazy amount of PG prospects. But the ones that are in there, and then you're grinding, you're coming up from college, you're going into the pros now or something like that. Show that you can lead your team. Show that you can be that leader on the floor, because you're going to need that this year. Like, it's going to be needed so much more than ever. A lot of PGs have been able to get away with just being able to score and fucking say maybe 10 words a game, and that's you're not getting away with that this year. I promise you that. So, Bate, with that being said, now, do you have any prospects in mind right now? Have you thought of anything? I know it matters where you're going to draft, but have you seen anything? And what's going on in your mind there?
I mean, I've hooped some little playground games, but they're not ready for the pros yet. They're high school. I got my eye on a couple guys that I think one of them last year was his rookie season. He showed me something whenever we hooped. I'm not gonna say any names.
I don't want to give away your draft point,
but I wouldn't say none either. He's trying to put all your business out there.
I got I got to talk to a couple guards. I'm pretty set on a big that I want to go with. It's all, that's what people don't get. I probably had 1 or 2 seasons where my draft board went smooth. And that's me not having to make no panic picks, because whenever you got a list, then boom, number 1 goes, number 2 goes, number 3 goes.
Yeah.
And then you could draft a player, and then that player wants to play with.
That's all I
know. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the biggest thing about coaching here is you got to make sure people can flash. And with the new game coming out, I'm really interested in seeing what combines turn out. I'm hoping like they used to be. Feet ain't lying when them jokers was going at 5, 6 o'clock in the morning.
What I'm saying.
You can get a combine run.
Some doors are about to be open. It's gonna be
24-hour
fitness. It's about to get real. Feach wants to know what it felt like to go 0-16.
Yo, Feach, fuck off. I mean, look, I bounced back from everything. I'm not dwelling on it. It's in the past. Things didn't work out. I drafted, UPA superstars, and give me no damn where. So, big word of advice to all y'all coaching. Even if you got, a reputation here, don't go for it. These boys, they're gonna be playing overnights and half finals and all that big ass shit. Which, more power to them.
It fucks us over.
My main goal is shit. I gotta win a SIBA ring, man. You know what I mean? I've been there. I've been to conference finals. I know what it's like to win, but last season wasn't. I had to play, and this 2K, I'm all right. I ain't the greatest, but I'm better than I was last year.
Do you plan on playing this year or this season coming up? This season for your team?
Am I playing on the court?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Look, that's not the plan. I got 2 firsts, a second, third, fourth, and fifth. So
damn,
that's a starting 5 and a 6-man.
All the picks right now, which is good. You're gonna have a lot of freeway and all that. Another thing leads me into this. Let me think this really quick. So now you said what you said about like when you draft a higher name. because I've been thinking the same thing. I have my concerns of course, we see the name on the board. We're like, damn, that's a big name. Like, I low key want to pick that, but we know it comes with that big name. Who they play with, because if they don't play with someone that they like, or they think the team isn't good enough, they're not going to load up, or they're going to find every excuse in the book as to why they're not available all of a sudden. Or what do? Do you start going into more of the, maybe more of a loyalty pick where again, the best ability is availability. So do we start going into that? But now I think, or do you think that's going to come more from the high school and college pipeline? Is that one of the scouting things that you're going to be looking into more this year, is the colleges and high school and actually doing your scouting in that?
Definitely. Because it's a lot of players that are going to be upcoming, from PlayStation, even from Xbox, just getting away and see, because it's growing every day. So I think that's a big thing on coaches. We got to do that, because look, me and Wuggs have had our differences, but look what he drafted Cyrus. Cyrus came in and shot the league. It was a hidden gem. You know what I mean? So who's gonna catch that next hidden gem? Because it's gonna be one out there. And
I thought Laker was gonna be a hidden gem last season. I'm not gonna lie to you. I thought that was gonna be a nice little hidden gem.
And that's the only thing that really hurts. I think this upcoming group coming into being the pros, if they don't get in these combines, I see a lot of them going undrafted, just for the fact that this is a completely new game. It's nothing like 2K23. So the combines are gonna put everything on the table. You're playing against other SIBA comp. You're not getting a stacked team by your choice, or
some people will. Some
people will finesse that.
But I agree with you. I think the combines are actually going to be super important going in, especially this particular combine going into this draft, because there's no like paper trail of how good or what the players are looking like right now besides the combine. Yes, you can look outside of it, but if a lot of these players don't play outside of SIBA, you're not going to be able to get a good visual on how they play, maybe how they act, or anything like that. So it's not going to be a very good protected pick, in my opinion. I think you're going to have to really dig in these combines. Coaches are really going to have to fucking honestly work this offseason, especially right now going up into this draft. They're going to have to work. Like, you're not going to be able to just go and pull. Like, I love Sonny. Sonny was definitely one of my favorite, but even Sonny had a hard time with this game to start off, and he's not even playing. Like, think about it. If you draft someone with a big name from last season and you think, oh, it's because they were really good last year, I promise you it's not the same this year. Like, they may not be the same. Like, it's going to take a little bit. You're going to have to do scouting.
I say the two positions that I feel like will be similar from last year are locks and back ends. Back ends, not so much, because, you got to really play a lane to get a lane this year. It's not just so I think back ends are going to be a big pivotal piece to teams. If you can take a chance of a good one slipping, but that's going to be a big part of your team. And if you don't have that, the PG's not going to be scoring like that.
Yeah.
In my opinion. You may have some games where he comes out and he fries.
But it's not going to be consistent. That's what I think what I was getting at too.
Yeah, it's not something you could base the offense on like previous years.
Yeah,
obviously.
so that's the.
Like, he's gonna have to be the best of both worlds.
It's not going to be like something consistently that you can do. So that was one of the things. I know a couple coaches that I've heard that I've talked to have said that they've already started some of their scouting. They've been looking in the combines, or not the combines, but like some open runs and stuff like that. I know even we've been trying to get people organizing that to get people to run on the side as well. Before obviously the league operations start on October 1st. And some of these guys that were pretty solid last year, it's not the same. And I promise you, there's going to be some little mines in this draft board where you're going to see where the good coaches, and it's really hard. Because I know, for Pest, I fucking love Pest, all his stuff. I'm really curious how he's going to rate the draft because I know he does his draft grades and all that stuff. I'm really curious how he's going to rate the draft and how much he's been following this stuff too because it's going to be super hard to give people grades. It's going to be super hard to understand any of that and to give an accurate look because this first year is just going to be a fucking free-for-all. I was telling them, I think Zig's about to have the best season of his career. I don't fucking know, man. I'm telling you, that man.
I think you should be talking out of that as your ass. You also,
You also
said
said
Bronx was going to be MVP,
yeah.
and now he's sitting corner for a team.
Hey, man, that's not SIBA, though.
Hey,
that's not SIBA, though.
Hey, man, I'm just saying. You be talking. You should be talking out your ass.
I don't know. So if you had to give, bait, real quick before we move on to the next coach, if you had to give the best player right now that you've seen, not that you're going to draft or anything like that, you know, in SIBA, they have to be in SIBA, but give me the best player that you've seen performing right now on the outside right now that you think is going to be pretty fine.
That's a hard one.
Nah, man, it's pretty easy. I ain't gonna lie to you. There's only one candidate for that right now.
There's one standout.
It's two-tack. That's it, bro.
Yeah, that's an easy answer. That's an easy answer. Give me some.
Just because it's easy don't mean it ain't
right.
right.
The cream cheese answer. Everybody over there jacking that shit off. Give me something else. What else you got?
I mean, it is what it is.
What else you got, babe?
Okay, he wants the second best player. You think?
Second best player. I don't know, bro. See, like the guy. I tell you what, and y'all may not know him. Y'all may not have watched him.
Yeah.
Can y'all still hear me?
Yeah.
Yep.
Thing is, gamer tag used to be Dr. Do You.
I think I remember that gamer tag.
Dr. Do You. I was in college with him.
And I don't know exactly how he did, previously. And I'm not gonna say he's gonna be a first round. Go get that guy.
So this is your sleeper. This is your sleeper right here.
Consistently, and he said he can play the 1 or 2. I'll play with him at the 1. He can call plays. He can put the ball in the hoop. And he played pretty solid defense.
All right. Killer said he's got a huge ego. That's a red flag right there. I hope he don't got an ego.
Whenever I play with him, he would chill. Now we did have some shit at the shooting guard. No bullshit. He was some hot ass. But I mean, shit. He stayed in hoop for like 3-4 games. It was me, him. I ain't gonna say the other. Yeah. That's good.
All right, man. Hey, I just want to say I appreciate you stopping by, getting on here. I'm looking forward to having you on a lot more to get you going. All right.
For sure, man. Y'all stay up.
Appreciate
that.
I don't know, guys.
Zach's ready now.
All right, y'all. We're gonna bring in Zach, man. My man just got hired. He was a coach before, and then he just came back now. So I want y'all to know this man thinks he's gonna tear up the league. He's gonna let y'all know that he's gonna tear up the league. He's bringing them back. Zach, you here?
Yeah. You're on mute.
Camp is here.
Zach is here, y'all. My man, tell me how excited you are. I know you've been waiting to get back here.
Oh my God, it's been a couple months, man. I'm definitely happy. I'm happy that I'm back for the first draft with 2K. Definitely, I feel like I'm at a great advantage now.
Why do you say that?
Yeah. Hey, man, I joined. I think 2 seasons into the new 2K, and it was like kind of funky because I had an expansion team. And the expansion team had bad luck. It was like the last pick of each round type thing. The snake, I was always getting the second to last pick in the expansion rounds. It would be like horrible for me.
That's tough. Heck of that too.
I'm happy to have this team now, though. I know it's not going to be in the lottery. Shaq coached this team, but he definitely left a lot of cookie crumbs for me to clean up.
The Black Diamonds were they had like a little. I want to say not last season, obviously, but the season before that, or I think they low key had a solid. It had solid.
They had a good run.
They looked like they knew what they were doing. I think towards the end of the 2K, I'm not gonna lie to you, I think they just got bored with the game, and I think like Yeah, I think he
Yeah, they
checked out,
checked
and I
out.
think it was just more of, that's why you having to clean up the pieces in that situation. But the Black Diamonds is a good franchise right there for you to take over too. You know what I'm saying? You can make your own name right there. You can imprint, Black Diamonds into the fucking, SIBA Hall of Fame if you can keep carrying it.
Yeah,
Um, I don't know. I think it's a great position. I'm actually super happy that you got it. Um, Now, you
I
didn't
didn't know I
know?
was getting it. That's the thing. I was actually outside at a party, and then I seen Siva tag me on Twitter, and I
Ah,
seen it. I knew I was being
yeah,
considered
yeah.
for a job. Feach told me it was most likely going to be a
Oh, okay,
college
okay.
job,
That's dope. That's dope.
but then he texted me about it, and then he's like, "Yeah, I need you to take over." See, it makes sense because your old team, Sons of Man, is in that division, so it makes sense to have a little rivalry go on.
See, I fuck with Feach. He be doing
So
that shit on the low. He be over there. He be over there playing with the chess pieces. I feel, hey, got to do
Hey,
it.
yeah, that's good
That's
marketing. That's good
good
marketing. I
marketing. Good
tell you that.
marketing.
Excellent marketing.
Now you're back.
I'm
So,
happy.
well, you've seen this 2K. Now you see what's
Hmm.
going on. First thing I gotta ask you is what style do you think you're going with off rip? Like, have you even thought about that? Is like, what I'm saying,
I
traditional?
have.
Like, there's so much shit that you could do right now. I'm not gonna lie to you. There's just so much flexibility.
I'm not gonna lie. It's the first 2K, and this is when you say this is the best draft all year. Some of the best talent are back in the pool. I think for the first season, I'm definitely gonna go traditional because a lot of great inside bigs are in the draft. I don't want to give away my spreadsheet, but I think you might know who I'm talking about. A couple good pieces from college. I'm keeping
Okay.
an eye on too. I'm definitely willing to give the college a chance, especially since I have all 5 round picks this time
That's
around.
dope. That's another thing I was gonna ask you too. Is so you paid attention to obviously what's coming up. Like obviously high school coming up now is gonna be really intense, but college obviously that's coming in. The college players that are coming in, is that something that you're gonna look into and scout?
Yeah. I mean, I when I my last season of Sons of Man, I picked up 3 college
Really?
players. I knew their position, which college they came from, and their coach. I obviously would text the coach first if they were good, and I told him not to lie to me because I'll
Yeah,
find
yeah.
out regardless. I just want to see if you have an integrity issue. But I definitely have 2 college players that I'm definitely going to draft
Okay,
if they're
okay.
around.
And so you said you're going with a straight inside big, right? That's what you want.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. For the first season, I think so. But there is 2 poppers on my radar
Okay.
that are
All
solid.
right. So that's what you're going with. Now, where will you think you're going to throw that pick? Because center's important right now. So where do you think you're throwing that pick without giving away too much, obviously?
Number one, I know I'm not going to be in the lottery. The Black
oh,
Diamonds
okay.
were
Yeah.
8th seed last season. They were in the play-in, so I'm probably going to be maybe 2 or 3
Okay.
picks out the lottery. I have to see the coaches up. I don't want to be rude, but there's some coaches that don't know how to draft, so maybe I can get a
Yeah.
blessing in disguise. I'm hoping
So,
for it.
so you said you're taking your center in the first. That's what you said.
Nah, I didn't say that,
Oh,
but
I was just
All
making
right.
sure.
hell no. It's gonna be guard
Okay. In
pick
regards
now.
to guards, what are you
Okay.
looking for? Because you've seen how it is for guards right now. What is on your radar in regards to guards? Like, what type of guard are you looking for? As a coach, because there's prospects in here too right now, and they're probably gonna watch it later.
Yeah.
As a coach to play for Black Diamonds, as a point guard, as two guard, what are you looking for in those two positions?
For the shooting guard, I'm really looking for a guy who, if the point guard's out of fatigue, he can pass the ball and he can get me a bucket. He can take the one-on-one. Most likely, the lock's going to be on the point guard, so the shooting guard's going to have that mismatch
Mm-hmm.
until they switch it. My goal is to have that shooting guard key into my offense. I'm going to run what believe it or not, what Golden State would do. I'm not looking in a dribbling shooting
Okay.
guard, to be honest. I might, because dribbling shooting guards this year, I'm not really a fan of them. I've been watching a
Yeah.
lot of film. I'd rather have a decent sharp that can get open off a couple dribbles, but it's just when you get an overconfident shooting guard, it never leads to
Yeah,
success.
I can see that because it does. It'll also affect with your PG, but I think it will also depend on your PG as well, what type of player he is. But now, like I said, you know
Yeah,
how hard it is to put the ball in the bucket at PG right now off the dribble. So like they're gonna have
yeah,
to utilize their two guard. My thing is this: why have a more? Why if the point guard who has way higher attributes is usually the better guard in regards to scoring too, and this has gone back, and they
yeah.
can't even put the ball in the bucket. what is going to make that sense of wanting to go to the two guard more like to do the same thing? You get what I'm saying? Unless it's build oriented. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, go ahead.
I was gonna say you asked me a question about the point guard. I'm definitely gonna be looking for a point guard that can throw plays, run sets. Definitely a way not to
Yeah.
just dribble and get open anymore. Because right now I don't think that's the best idea. I've been looking at guards that can just RBS
Yeah.
me, I'm open, or look for something, create a play. Because a lot of these 2K people these days, they're not looking for plays. I want to add some plays into my system. Easy ones though. It's not gonna be no like set X3 type thing.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie to you. At this point, you're
I'm
gonna
just
see it. I
looking.
promise you're gonna see it. Like shit's
Go
getting wild.
ahead.
I probably am. I'm playing rec. They're running good plays.
No, and that's what I wanted to ask you
It's
too. So
definitely-
now this is a different 2K. Are you gonna have to really get into your scouting bag and like when matchups come up, you're gonna have to get into the play bag. You know what I'm saying? Like these players that come and play for you are gonna have to be a little more dedicated than in years past because it's gonna take more of a team oriented to be successful. I feel like.
I feel that is absolutely true. It's gonna be ultimately who I pick to set my culture. It's not gonna be an easy pick, but at the end of the day, I know I'm gonna make a good pick. It, it's kind of an obvious pick, but not really. When I say obvious, I mean the guy's a good person. From what I see, he has the tenacity of a hard worker.
So do you? Because there's a lot of coaches. I'm not gonna lie. There's a lot of coaches that do not pay attention to character. They are more paying attention to the box score. Are you a type of coach that, for instance, like I said, telling these prospects out here right now that you're going to be looking, you know, what are you looking for character-wise in some of these players, 1 through 5?
Listen. Big thing in SIBA now I see is a lot of players are going to make noise when things are getting rattled in their team situation. I'm looking for a guard who lets his actions in the game do the talking. I mean, obviously it's hard to find, but it's all about an integrity issue. I mean, if we're all as a good collective, we can definitely make a run. So I'm not really looking for a guy who's going to be like an undisputed MVP candidate. I'm just looking for a guy who's humble and who could drop 20, 25 points a night, but will keep his mouth shut when we win. So teams don't put their bounty on me.
Yeah, it'll be like that. So now going into that situation, you said you're going on the inside. What do you know? What defense you're going? Like I've seen a lot of people might still go back to double fours. What are you thinking?
Yeah. Here's the thing. I'm really going to be taking my bench much more seriously.
Okay.
I had one thing that people didn't know when I was coaching Sons of Man. I had been mandatory that all A players were in the party because I would actually make subs midway in the series.
For real?
Yeah, in the playoffs, I literally switched out Joe.
Joe.
I don't know who y'all. I switched him out. He was struggling. I put in a free agent because he was still practicing. I put him in, and we got a playoff win out of it. So I want my bench players to be ready, but they're gonna get a chance. They're gonna get at least one game out.
I like that. I like
it's
that.
Up to them what they do
that's
with
what I'm
it.
saying. Like that's coaching. You know what I'm saying? Like that's actual coaching. Like that's the stuff that I'm excited about because I feel like this year is going to call for a lot of coaching, and I'm actually very excited to see that side. I know a lot of people are excited to see that side because it's not so much as pick the best player, pick the best point guard, and and just let it rock. Because if you don't got a point guard, you're not going to be successful. I feel like this year you can have an average but good leading point guard, and you have good players around him that are because again, a lot of point guards are not the greatest at reading the floor. You know what I'm saying? Leading their team. Like I feel like the PGs that are good communicators this year are going to be way more successful, and you may not. They may not be your typical high draft pick from last year.
They're not. Yeah, a lot of these guards, they're going to be rattled basically because it's the beginning of the 2K. They're not going to know what to do. They're all going to move to another position, but it's the way it is, man. I mean. You don't see people on Twitter. I'm done with guard. I'm going this. I'm going that. I'm going to center. Yeah, it's that type of thing.
No, you ain't lying.
And I strive myself to be a player's coach. I mean, I'm gonna say this. I tried keeping someone from last season, but it didn't really work out. So I'm definitely into listening to my players, but it is what it is, man. I mean, I got an extra pick in the 5th round because
Yeah.
he didn't want to stay,
Yeah, I mean,
so
it
I'm
works
happy.
out for you.
So I got 5 picks.
So then for this
Yeah.
particular thing, are you going to be hosting? Is there anything that prospects want to look out for, or where can they contact you as well? Just to, obviously they're trying to get drafted. What's the best way to get in touch with you?
Here's the thing. A lot of people might think I'm lying, so
Yeah?
I'll contact them. I already have a set of people who I plan to work out. It's just the thing. I'm not really going to be
Okay.
making things public. It's just I have.
You still there? I think you got muted. I don't know. I think the connection went out.
I'm looking for character.
I think Zach, you still there? My boy,
His connection's going in now. He said he's
Yeah, I
looking
think
for
his
character.
connection is cutting.
But he ended his statement
He
with
did.
he was looking for character.
He's going for he's running through a tunnel right now.
So go ahead and get them acting classes.
Yeah, y'all interviews better be good.
Yeah, character. That shit. Hey man, my shit just cut out bad.
That's why.
Yeah, I did.
So yeah, last thing I wanted to ask you is because I know we're taking it serious too with us. I just want to let you guys all know too. We are also teaming up and we are going to be sponsored with FTG. So I just want you guys all to know that. Great org. I just want to let you guys know, man. I've been so happy to be there. Very professional. I have no bad words, and I've seen plenty of shitty organizations. FTG is one of the best, and I just wanted to shout you out there.
It's an honor to have you.
I appreciate you. But yeah, I just wanted. What's your plans? Just real quick, give me a little shout. What's your plans at FTG going in? I know it's super important going into pre-draft.
Hey man, listen. I said it before. I mean, my place for pre-draft is to see how people do in these leagues. I'm gonna be keeping a little eye on SIBA.
Okay.
Now I'm biased because everybody wants to say the 2K league this. The 2K league is a draft league. You have to get drafted.
Yeah.
So if you want to bring your own team, that's only going to do so much for you because you're going to get matched up or put on the team with 3 other people you don't know. And then you're going to be rattled. Oh my God, where's this dude at? Oh my God, where's my shooting guard? You need to get him out here. But in reality, he's a horrible mid playmaker. He's horrible.
A shot at somebody in the league? It sounds like a shot at somebody in the league.
Hey, it's not a shot. It can't be a shot.
Oh man, but now Zach, man, I just want to say thank you, man. I appreciate having you on. It means a lot. We're gonna be having you on more throughout the season too, because I want to hear more about your team and stuff like that as we're going forward. But yeah, man, thank you. Keep going strong. Keep that shit rolling. All right, man. I'll talk to you later.
I appreciate it. Have a good day, y'all. Enjoy the show.
Why you kick that man like that?
I think he disconnected.
He left fast. That man even get his word out.
So sounds like a lot of coaches are already kind of doing some of their due diligence. That's what it sounds like. Yeah. God, you've been on mute. Your fat ass has been eating the entire time, bro.
Bro, stop eating that fucking Chipotle bowl and fucking.
I'm sorry. I've been listening.
Bro.
I've been listening.
Chipotle is my life.
Little gingerbread that just eats this little fucking Chipotle. You little fucker.
Bro.
Doesn't gain no fucking weight either. Little bitch. Yeah, man. Honestly, it's been crazy to hear some of that stuff. Because, like I said, man, I don't know. I feel like we're gonna see some crazy shit. First season's gonna be pretty dope. We're gonna see some crazy shit. I'm excited.
I think first season's gonna be rough. I ain't gonna lie.
Ever. But it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah. It's gonna be. Everybody's gonna have a chance to grab the trophy.
It's up in the air. Like that's what's so dope. It's up in the air, you know.
Yeah.
Last thing I want to go over here, guys, because we'll be going in. We're going to be going. Obviously, once we get operations started, we'll have a little bit more content for you. We definitely want to start maybe even getting some prospects on here. We're going to do kind of like a little prospect segment where we have the prospects, talk about what they want to, get their name out there, stuff like that. Especially some college guys that are coming in, they need a little bit more notoriety. So I really want to get that going. Hopefully, we can get more college viewers. maybe even some more high school viewers. So if you can, honestly, one of the biggest things is, and we appreciate you 100%. We want to get the content spreading. So if you can, share, like. We're gonna have our past podcasts. We've had them on Twitch. We're still gonna have them on Twitch, but we are gonna put them on our YouTube. Now, if you look on our link tree, you'll be able to see every past show. So this show right now will get uploaded into YouTube. You will now be able to watch these shows after they are done. You will be able to watch them on YouTube, at least within the next couple hours after the show has been finished. You will be able to watch those on YouTube, follow up, share it. Like I said, try to get it to every prospect you can, because we want to try to start doing some cool stuff here, getting the scouting stuff going, which leads me to my next thing. Goats Gaming, we're really trying to get more into the scouting scene of SIBA. We're trying to make sure that the coaches have something that they can look into, and the prospects have something that they can show coaches. It's really hard for prospects to market themselves to coaches. Cod, as you can explain, how hard was it to get yourself in front of a coach as a college player?
Yeah, I mean, I was posting in that free agent chat all the time, and just nobody wanted to look at me. They didn't even see me play, but nobody wants to give a chance. So, I mean, giving a chance can change everything.
So now, go ahead.
And on the scouting reports, we even might do like, especially because the scouting reports are mainly going to be for like college players or high school players. Obviously trying to move to the next level. So on there, we're definitely even going to put like coach recommendations. So whoever you play for on your actual team, like they'll be able to like fill out whatever they want, and then you can pass that on to any coach that's looking at you, or they could contact us for your scouting form.
But we're gonna we're gonna provide a little bit more of a platform. So if you are a prospect, you can go ahead and click Discord. You type Discord ! You'll be able to get into the Goats Gaming Discord. There is a section where you can get into the scouting grounds for prospects. And then, like I said, we're going to take that information. We are going to provide scouting. Now, if we have a little bit more on that, you can DM us. We can tell you more as well.
Vicious, exclamation mark socials. We'll drop the link tree in there.
But the idea here is to try to get prospects moving in front of coaches so we can start building that pipeline and make it a little bit stronger. But the problem is that, a lot of these prospects just don't have strong scouting cards. Coaches don't know what to look at. Coaches don't have something in front of them to where they could be like, okay, this is like a broken down scouting template of this player. Now I can reconsider it. Now I know where to find him. I think that's something that we are really trying to pride ourselves on and figure it out for prospects. So like I said, if you know prospects, coaches, college coaches, make sure your players are into this if they want to make it to the pros and they want to be able to provide as much detail about their game to the pro coaches going forward. But like I said, we'll release more information about that too. We'll probably have that go through on our YouTube. So like I said, just make sure you guys subscribe to the YouTube. We're going to be dropping a lot more we're going to be dropping a lot of 2K SIBA content. So just have that on, get the noties going. Same thing with the show, man. Keep the noties. We're going to try to go around twice a week. The plan is to have Sunday nights, do Sunday nights, and then either Wednesday or Thursday. We're going to narrow that down. I think that's going to depend on the fat ginger that's underneath us. And we'll go from there.
Not fat.
Yeah, okay. So we'll kind of go from there. I just want to let you guys know that, okay? And like I said, tune into the Goats Gaming Discord, Discord if you guys want to get some runs. That's where we're trying to get some of that scouting grounds done. And it's for SIBA. So just a heads up. It's for SIBA. It's not a looking for group type of shit.
Yeah. But the actual scouting, you can take that wherever you want. Like, we can do it. We'll do it. We'll just fill out a form. It'll be a grade. A detailed grade on, offense, defense, shooting, just we'll give you a breakdown when you ask about it. And you could take that for yourself and get better. You could pass it on to a coach. You could whatever. You could show people if somebody wants to pick you up outside.
It's all about you.
Whatever you want to do.
Honestly, is what it's going to come down to. It's all about you being able to have something there that shows how you are doing as a player. And it's going to be honest. We're going to have different levels of scouting reports, just like how it is in real life. You have basic scouting reports and you have more extreme scouting reports that are more in depth. We're going to even try to figure out something cool within workouts. Like I said, that's all to come, obviously, but we got to spread the word a little bit more. So I would appreciate you that. We would all appreciate it if we can get this rolling a little bit more. But I want to say thank you guys, everybody that tuned in. We'll be live again Sunday night, so mark your calendars. All right.
Yeah. We'll even probably watch some combines.
Exactly. We'll be watching some combines, so it'll be fun,
That'll be
man.
first.
It's gonna be a lot of
So
fucking
we've been,
fun. Again, anybody that wants to come on the show as well, just DM us. We always love having guests. It's the best part about the show, you know. So let us know. And again, we love you guys. Appreciate everything you guys do. Shop is out.
Yep.